Hi everyone, welcome to morning coffee break. It's a little dreary out here. It's been raining, but it's not raining right now, so I thought I would get out here and walk while I can. At least there's some birds still singing. A little breeze, but it's not really cold. It's not as warm as it was yesterday morning. There's worms everywhere. So it must have rained a pretty good amount for the worms to be out. Hope y'all are doing good this morning. I'm okay. For some reason, Kitty let me sleep. So I slept until like 9:15. Which is very unusual. I'm usually up by 8. She woke me up one time last night. She usually does that about 3 or 4 times. Sometime this month, my brother Scott's going to help me put up my new raised bed. We're going to call that the Garden of Charity. We got Garden of Hope, Garden of Faith, and then we'll have the Garden of Charity. Sounds like a good trio to me. There's worms everywhere today. I guess because it was so warm yesterday too. Got up to like 72 yesterday. It's like a heat wave. It's good to get a little walk in every morning, if possible. I like this warmer weather because it can be pretty cold out here when you're trying to walk. I used to just walk up 2 times and back. I've added 1 time. If that roast ever thawed out in the fridge, we're gonna have hot roast with onions, carrots, and potatoes. We got some of those little potatoes we might put in there instead of regular ones. That'll be good. still some that I missed, some weeds in here that I missed. It's hard to get them all. All right, everybody, let's go in and have some coffee. Alrighty, got my coffee. Today is Monday, March 1st. Already March, y'all. Currently it's 55 degrees, but it says the high is only supposed to be 53. Precipitation's 100%. It's already been raining. Humidity is 93%. Winds are 8 miles per hour. And air quality is 45. That's in a good range. For Ask My Tablet, we need 10 more questions. I appreciate the questions that have been coming in. We got some different people that's been asking questions. I appreciate that so much. It'd be nice for everyone to turn in one question if possible. That would really help. I didn't get to do Kitty's Corner yesterday because I did several other things. So I'll be doing Kitty's Corner today with guest host Abby. So, it being March makes me think more about my garden and stuff. I'll be starting, Joe from Joe's Garden and Bees, he's already started his, but they're where they're at, they can plant earlier than us here. So I'll be starting mine in 2 weeks. I'll be starting the seeds. Takes about 6 weeks for them to get where they need to be to transplant them out there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Kitty didn't wake me up this morning. I was worried because I looked and I was like, whoa, it's after 9 o'clock. And, she's always hungry and just goes wild, meowing, running all over me, little nibbles on me and stuff, trying to wake me up. And then I looked for her this morning. I couldn't find her. So I was very worried because even if she doesn't bother me, as soon as I get up, she's all over me, wanting something. And I got up and I couldn't find her. And I don't know where she was at, but then I went to the bathroom, and then by the time I, got done in the bathroom and stuff, then she was sitting out there in the hallway. So she was hidden pretty good somewhere because I looked in her usual places, couldn't find her. But I'm just glad she didn't, she wouldn't have been able to get out because nobody had been up yet. But I thought maybe she would, maybe Logan got up to use the bathroom, and I thought maybe she was in his room. But she would be meowing at the door if she was at his door, if she'd got in there. Because he could go to the bathroom, she could sneak in there, and then him come back and not know she was in there. But today's question is, since COVID-19 started, are you afraid to dine in at a restaurant? Since COVID-19 started, are you afraid to dine in at a restaurant? Personally, my answer to that would be, for me, yes. I just can't be in a closed area with people. I don't care if they're 6 foot away or not. If somebody sneezes, it goes a lot more than 6 foot. But I'm sure there's places that have arrangements where you're maybe farther apart or something. I don't know. But we haven't eaten in a restaurant. We haven't dined in at a restaurant in I don't know when. Even before COVID started, I didn't. So I had to be careful even before COVID because I could catch anything with my being on the biologic Entyvio. It makes me anemic, so I could have caught it easily, anything before that, even a cold or flu or anything like that. So I've had to be careful for a long, long time. Anyway, okay, let's see. Today's story time Like I've talked about before, I'm very allergic or whatever. I can get poison ivy real easy. It's not as bad as it once was, but growing up, I mean, I could get it if a dog got in it, even and I pet the dog or something, I could get it. I just had it barely, if it was even like got on my pants or something, and like was taking my pants off and touched it, I would get it. Just anyway, and much less actually touching it. But we were up at Meemaw's in North Carolina, and we're up in the field, and they would burn stuff back then. I don't know if they do stuff like that now, but they would have like a 55-gallon drum, and they would burn their trash. I mean, I always liked to get to be the one to take it up there and burn it. I just always liked, starting fires and stuff like that. I mean, in the fireplace. Although I did have an issue before, starting little fires when I was young. But anyway, they had one 55-gallon drum that wasn't far from the house that you would take this stuff up and burn it. And then they had one up in the field where they would burn, I guess, branches and different things like that that they needed to burn, and leaves and stuff like that. But they had, I don't know where they were cutting it at, but they had cut a bunch of weeds and stuff and put them in that drum and were burning it. Well, I was running around. I'm trying to think how old I was. I was probably, my guess would be maybe 13 or something like that. And I was running around up there and everything, and I didn't think anything about the smoke, but the smoke had hit me, and what it was is there was some poison ivy in with those weeds they were burning. And I didn't think, like I said, I didn't think much about it. But after I got that smoke on me, by the next day, once, I guess it'd be this side of my face. Yeah. This side of my face had poison ivy all over it. And this side didn't, because the smoke hit me from over here and didn't, I don't know why I didn't have any really over here. But I got it all over the side of my face, and I don't see how I didn't, you can get it even in your lungs. And as far as I know, I didn't have any. I must have been running through there or something and just got it on my face. Maybe I obviously didn't get it in my lungs. I don't know if I breathed any of the smoke in or not. But I have a feeling if I had breathed it in, that I probably would have got it, because I was very allergic, like I said. But yeah, that turned out not to be a good thing, because I mean, it was on my, like I said, on my whole face and everything. It didn't. I must have had my eyes closed or something when it hit me, because it didn't get in my eye or anything like that. Or I guess it could get in your eye, but it was around my eye, up in here. And so I learned a big lesson right then. But that also reminds me of another time. I mean, they probably told me not to be around that up there, or something, and I probably didn't listen. But another time was when my dad's sister, one of his sisters and husband and family, lived up in, I think it was Brevard. And we went up there, and they were big on picking strawberries. They'd go to this strawberry farm or whatever. And we were there when they were going to go pick strawberries. And naturally I was like, yeah, I want to go. I'd never done anything like that. And I thought, well, that'd be great. And my aunt said, there's chiggers up there. You need to wear 2 of everything. 2 pants, 2 socks, 2 shirts, everything. And I was like, what? I'll burn up, you know. She said, well, you'd rather burn up than get them. And I was like, I don't see how you could get them, you know. And I did wear, I'm trying to think if, I don't even think I had gloves on or anything. And I don't believe I put 2 pair of pants on. I was like, if I did, it didn't make any difference. But I just remember saying, you know what, I'll burn up if I wear 2 of everything. Well, they did, and she said you'd rather burn up than get these, and I'd never had chiggers before, and I thought, I don't need this. I'll be careful, whatever. So you didn't see them or anything, you know. And I was picking away. We picked a bunch of strawberries, and by the, I don't know, I was trying to think if it was overnight, I started itching all over. But anyway, by the next morning, I had little places all over me. I mean, everywhere. In my pants, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? In a bad area. And I just had them everywhere. Little red places. And, you know, chiggers are a bug. And they get inside your skin like that. And talk about terrible itching. Well, she said, I told you, you know, my aunt was like, I told you that this could happen, that you didn't wear, you know, what I told you to. And I said, I didn't think this would happen. She said, believe me, you know, you can tell now it happens. And I remember they, you know, I was like, what can we do about this? You know, we got to do something. And what they did was you put fingernail polish, clear fingernail polish stuff. I don't know, I guess it was clear, because I don't remember it being red or anything like that. But they had to put some on every little place, every bump on me. And what it does is when it dries, they can't breathe or whatever. It smothers them, and they'll die. And you can also take like matches, light one, and let it go out as soon as it goes out and touch it on it, and that'll kill them. But I wasn't too keen on that, you know. I was like, well, that's going to burn, you know. So I used I had to do a few places like that, though. I remember my uncle did it that were real bad. But we had to take and put, like I said, the fingernail polish on every little place. And then I don't know what happened to them, you know, if they try to come out after that or what. But it obviously, it took, I don't remember how many days we were there, but I still had them when we left. And it took several more days. So I'd say it probably took a week to get rid of them. And you know what? I've never been strawberry picking, or they picked other stuff too. I think blueberries or raspberries or something, blackberries. Might have been blackberries. And I was like, the next time I was like, she's like, you want to go? I was like, no, no way, I don't want to go. I never have done it ever since then. But I learned a lesson. You listen to somebody that's done things before. Listen to them, because they're not just telling you that for no reason. But I was a sight. I mean, I was miserable too. Miserable. I don't know if it was worse. I don't think it was any worse than poison ivy, but it sure wasn't any better. So if y'all have ever had them, I don't know if that's just a southern thing or what, but you don't want them, believe me. So everybody, I think that's going to be it for this morning's coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. The next thing I'd say I'll do would be Kitty's Corner. And other than that, I'd like to have enough to do a Ask My Tablet today, but if not, I don't know what I'll find something to do. Y'all know me, so at least be looking forward to, for Kitty's Corner later on. It should be a good one. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you later on. God bless.